G'day, I'm Lethal Hope and I'm living in love and not in fear. Welcome to my channel, Ascension Through Spiritual Warfare. So this is part 2 of my dream. I'm a hermit and I've found this magic flying Persian rug and I've taken it back here to this unit and I've loaded it up with all the things I need to start a new world. Up the mountain I go. So I'm all loaded up on the Persian rug, magic flying Persian rug, and that I'm flying myself with my own energy. Okay, so I'm a powerhouse. I'm a powerhouse, and I can fly this rug not only with just me and my dog on it, but now I've loaded it up with everything I need for a new beginning up the mountain. So I'm flying out and I'm heading west deeper into the desert. Because I think, in my mind that the best places to be are far away from civilization, from the cities and the towns. So perhaps I'll go into the desert and find somewhere undiscovered. And I'm up high and I'm flying. And I see down below the army. And I think and they're gathering people from towns and marching them, giving them their marching orders. And there's lines of the people surrounded by the army. And these army people, they look a bit suspicious, so I wouldn't quite call them like us. They weren't us. They were of a lizard type. And they're marching people on the highway, you know. So I fly my carpet off the highway and, it becomes night time. So I settle down in the desert bush, in the desert of Australia, on the red dirt, for the night time. And I'm not really sleeping either. I have all this energy, but it's a different type of energy at night time. And so I just sit peacefully and it's a regenerative energy of regeneration. And I'm rejuvenating myself with prayer and positive thoughts and thinking of beautiful life ahead for us all. For all the beloveds up the mountain. And I look afar as I'm sitting and not sleeping. And it's a big sky in the desert and there's about 200 stars. And I can see in the very, very distant that there's a mountain ranges of pyramid-type mountains. And over those mountain ranges of pyramid-type mountains, there is 22 very, very bright, shining stars. And I think to myself, that's where I'm going to head. I don't know what's there. I don't know what's in that direction. I know the Australian map, but I don't want to give away locations. Okay, so it's west of the eastern side of the desert. I'm deep in the desert now. And in the morning I take off and I am running this Persian rug with all the stuff I need for my new world. I'm this hermit with this dog, and I'm flying towards where I've seen those 22 bright shining stars over the Pyramid Mountain ranges. And I thought to myself, well, I've seen those, the army taking the people out of the towns and cities, so I wanted to get rid of my phone, so I threw my phone, and then we're going deeper west and heading towards those mountain ranges. And and then before us, and then Tully's sitting on the front of the rug, of the flying carpet, of the Persian flying carpet rug. And, you know, he's got the hair, the wind blowing through his ears, and he's looking down at the kangaroos and all the desert animals, keeping a good eye out, you know, like dogs do. And he starts barking, and before us appears this great big cobweb. And with his bark, every time he barks, because he's got this high-pitched bark, and he's a boy dog, but it sounds a bit girly. And he barks, and every time he barks, a bit of this web that's in front of us that we can't get past, you know, it's blocking our way, and we're coming closer to it, a bit of it disintegrates, you know, and the web starts breaking. So then I realised that this web is affected by frequency. So I'm like, ah, ah, eh, ah, 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 eh, ah, 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 eh, ah, 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 eh, ah, ah. So like my alien chant. And as I'm chanting this alien chant, ah, ah, eh, ah, ah, this web breaks away right before us. And it's a worldwide web, and it breaks away and falls to the desert ground. And the ancestors eat it up, and it falls into the blood of the desert, the red soil, the red blood from our ancestors. And the ancestors eat up this worldwide spiderweb that has been keeping humanity trapped. And we fly on through on our magic carpet. And it's coming on to dark now. And the 200 stars shine bright in the sky. And I see the pyramid ranges not too far away. And then the 22, if you get the symbolisation, you'll know what I'm talking about. Stars over the mountain ranges start getting brighter as the night forms, and we come in and land on the highest peak of the highest pyramid mountain range, under the 22 bright stars that just lit up the area where we landed. And we're sitting there looking around, and on the side of this pyramid is a cave. And there's light coming from the cave. And I've been spending my nights just like sitting back on the on the magic carpet and just gathering my energy. But I feel drawn to go into the cave because I'm thinking this will make a good home, you know, and I want to know what the light is. So we go in, Tully follows me, into this cave. And it's beautiful in there. And the light, there's water in there. So there's the cave and plenty of living area, luxurious area to live in. Luxurious castle material. And there's water and the bright lights coming from it. And I can hear the sounds of dolphins and whales. And there's fish jumping. And there's small swirling waves. And the frequency is giving me energy. And so I use my mental telepathy and my energy from my hands, from the frequency of the water, of the whales and the dolphins and the splashing sounds of the fish, and draw the stuff on the magic carpet, and it levitates, and I position it into spaces and the cave. So I've got my bedroom, and I've got a kitchen area, and I've got a toilet area, and I can just swim in this beautiful water hole that's inside the cave. And I just sit around the water and I talk to the whales and the dolphins and the fishes. And that's usually what hermits do. They talk to the animals, and I've been talking to the animals for years. I know all the languages of the animals, and I'm grateful for it. And so they're telling me that I can, when I'm ready, dive into this water, and it'll take me through this water system under Australia and out to the Great Australian Bight and into the wide ocean out there. And that's where they come from, and they come in and out at the Great Australian Bight of Australia. And this is how they get into the desert. So I think, well, I can't wait. I'll do that now. And I get a ride with my dolphin friends. And the fish are coming with us, and the whale leads the way. And we go out and we have a look, and it's a beautiful night at the Great Australian Bight. And I have a walk and a dance along the sand when I get to the Great Australian Bight. And then it's coming on morning, so I come back to the cave, back to Tully. Tully stayed there and looked after our stuff for us. Make sure no one stole the magic carpet. So the next day I decided I'm going to make a garden. And I stepped outside the cave, and you can still hear inside the frequencies of the dolphins and the whales and the splashing of the waves from the fish. And so I decided I'm going to make the garden straight away. So I pick out what spots best for the sun, and I'm working with the sun and the ground, and I plant in start planting these garden, and people come from the other mountain range tops, and then we all start talking, and we just talk and talk and talk and talk, and it was so great. I found my tribe that were like-minded people, and we was, you know, and there was people I could actually talk to about stuff. We spoke of the same stuff. We had the same mindsets, and they'd come up the mountain, and we found each other up the mountain, and there was families and childrens, and we were chattering, and the sound of our happiness, the frequency of our happy voices and laughter, and the sounds coming from the water, you know, the dolphins and the whales and the fish splashing around, and the beautiful sun and its energy was making this garden that I just planted grow right before my eyes. And that's when I woke up in such complete happiness and in this frequency of total satisfied love, that I was living and got to where my purpose and my people are. So even the hermit can find his tribe. There's hope for us all. I'm Little Hope. I'm living in love and not in fear. I'm having a blessed and wonderful high frequency dream time of finding my like-minded tribe and living in a frequency of the highest love vibration. Amen. I hope you are, my beloveds. And hey, stay beautiful.